opponents out on social media and tell me, about what's right and what's wrong.
They wanted everybody to see his name on the wall, just like everybody else,
One thing I learned from my pops was you don't need no gang, you don't need a group of people. Now when I see somebody in a group, I feel like they soft.
He a coward. Every time he gets hit, even in the gym, he jumps out the ring like a little, and he does that time. He just acts like he's tough right now. Now, say something that's gang shit.
Floyd Mayweather passionately came to the defense of Calvin Ford, speaking out strongly while simultaneously calling out Gervonta Tank Davis for what he viewed as an alarming lack of gratitude and respect. Mayweather emphasized that he had personally given Davis all the essential tools and platforms needed to achieve success in his career. He made it crystal clear that if anything were ever to go wrong between them or in Davis's path forward, there should never be any lingering resentment or bad blood because everything Davis achieved was built on opportunities provided to him. Mayweather didn't hold anything back, directly stating that he had strategically placed Davis in a position to flourish, not only as a fighter but also as a businessman, an entrepreneur, and even as a boss. His message left no room for misinterpretation. Davis owed much of his professional success to the doors Mayweather had opened for him, and Mayweather firmly believed that disrespecting those who had been instrumental in that journey was entirely unacceptable.
And you're not with me no more. You don't have nothing bad to say about me because I put you in a position to become an entrepreneur or to become a boss.
Calvin Ford has been the foundational figure in Gervonta Davis's life and career, having served as his trainer from the earliest stages of his boxing journey. Ford began working with Davis when he was just a young boy with raw talent, eventually guiding him all the way to becoming a world champion. Ford's role went far beyond that of a traditional coach. He became a lifelong mentor, a pillar of strength, and a father figure to Davis, offering life lessons both inside and outside the ring. However, despite this deep personal and professional connection, tensions have recently escalated. Davis has been increasingly criticized for displaying what many see as a concerning lack of gratitude toward those, like Ford, who helped him rise to prominence. This growing rift has sparked widespread debate among boxing fans and analysts, many of whom are now questioning Davis's sense of loyalty and the level of respect he holds for the individuals who stood steadfastly by him throughout his career.
When we first started, man, it was nobody in the gym, man. How would I sit there and say one kid, and another kid, and they seen the love that we was giving. Everybody keeps thinking it's boxing. It's not boxing. It's basically giving them an opportunity to be themselves.
Yeah.
And I always preach that because I sit there and tell them all the time. I say, all that's gonna get old, so I need y'all to grow up quick.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So when we in the gym, we're not just teaching boxing, we teaching lifestyle.
Right.
What are you gonna do to me?
Nothing.
And y'all seen the results.
Seen the results.
Seen the results of it. Everybody kept saying it was this, it was that, you know what I'm saying? And they only found increments of it. You know what I'm saying? But it spoiled the win.
Exactly.
It spoiled the win, but like I said again, Ron can fight.
Yeah, see, and that's what I was going to get.
Calvin Ford has always been more than just a trainer in the life of Gervonta Davis. From the very beginning, Ford took on a pivotal role, becoming both a mentor and a father figure for the young boxer. Their relationship was forged when Davis was still a child, navigating the challenging, often dangerous streets of Baltimore. It was Ford's steady hand and tireless mentorship that provided Davis with the structure and vision to channel his immense potential into disciplined, world-class boxing ability. The path from a street-hardened prospect to a world champion was not walked alone. Ford was there every step of the way. Reflecting on their long journey together, Ford often becomes deeply emotional, recalling the times when a young Davis would seek him out, calling or visiting whenever life's pressures became overwhelming. Ford's recollections offer a heartfelt look at a relationship that transcended the typical fighter-trainer dynamic.
Trim really hit me right here. Never thought in a million years, but Kenny used to always say, yo, young and special, man. He's special and you guiding him right. So he used to always say, Coach Calvin, Coach Calvin. Right now I'm hearing that voice in my head. Whew.
Gervonta Davis's rapid ascent in the boxing world stands as a powerful testament to his relentless dedication and the profound impact of his mentors, particularly those who shaped him from his early days in the unforgiving neighborhoods of Baltimore. His exceptional talent eventually caught the eye of the undefeated legend Floyd Mayweather Jr., who quickly recognized Davis's extraordinary potential. Under Mayweather's watchful guidance, Davis's career skyrocketed, and he evolved into one of boxing's most electrifying and marketable stars. The combination of Davis's raw, explosive talent and Mayweather's keen strategic mentorship forged a dominant force that captivated the boxing world and positioned Davis at the very forefront of the sport.
What he did in the sport, I ain't gonna lie, I be the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't fault him for like stand to himself and things like that. You know what I mean? But it's also a part of me type thing, like come back and help too. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's much love to the whole Mayweather promotion. You know what I mean? Ain't no bad blood type shit. And a lot of people think like when I be tweeting on Instagram, I be mad. I just be talking shit.
You've been tweeting a lot more recently, bro. Why is that?
Yeah, cause I'm in camp.
Yeah.
I'm in camp, man.
So,
I wasn't in camp, I wouldn't be tweeting.
What does that mean? You're angrier now? You're trying to talk more?
Yeah, I'm angry. Yeah.
I respect it, bro. I respect it.
During the bout against Lamont Roach Jr., many observers and analysts expected Gervonta Davis to deliver a dominant, statement-making performance. However, critics noted that Davis failed to elevate his game to that expected level. Calvin Ford, known for his honest and straightforward assessments, pointed out that Davis missed several key opportunities to seize control and decisively outperform Roach. Instead, Davis allowed the fight to remain unexpectedly competitive throughout. Ford's candid analysis served as a reminder of the crucial importance of capitalizing on pivotal moments within a match, moments that can solidify dominance, secure clear victories, and reinforce a fighter's elite status on the global stage.
As someone who was at Barclays Center when Tank won its first title, till when he sold out Baltimore, when he sold out Barclays the last time, when he sold out DC, I was at all of those fights. Explain to me the popularity and how it has soared for Gervonta Tank Davis.
You can turn the camera over there now. There it is. This is our next generation fighter. When I sit back and watch Floyd when he retired, I actually see Gervonta Tank Davis doing it now. He's going to carry this next generation to where they need to be at.
How important, though they're not working as much together now, but how important was it for Tank to learn?
That was the blessing. That wasn't my work. That wasn't Tank work. That wasn't Floyd work. It was the stars, the moons, or whatever. I'm bringing them together to create greatness, so we can have this greatness carry us to the next generation.
You showed humbleness on stage at the press conference today, giving it immense props to the guys at the other side of the table, to Tank, to Goose, and to...
I grew up off them. I grew up off the legends of what they did when we was watching boxing, when they said boxing was great.
Calvin Ford has consistently upheld the philosophy that while trainers and mentors can provide valuable guidance, the ultimate outcome of a fighter's career is determined by their innate talent, self-discipline, and individual destiny. Ford has always acknowledged that no single coach, mentor, or manager can claim full ownership of Davis's success. He has emphasized repeatedly that Davis's exceptional potential was evident long before external influences entered the picture. According to Ford, Davis's greatness was already written, it simply needed the right direction to fully materialize.
Matter of fact, before they stopped it, I said every time I stop somebody, I call it out.
Every time. He come in the corner and talk to him. I said, yo, what you doing? He'll look this way, he'll look this way. He's about to stop.
Can I start touching them more and more? When they gonna give him the credit for one of the smartest boxers.
That was a beautiful boxing display.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Smart.
That's what I call. You wasn't looking for the knockout, but you was placing this shit.
Yeah, he already seen it.
He said, I can't
That's
get
the
hit.
difference. And Tank was holding the conversation. Tank said, yo, how about Tank can't, every fight Tank come tell me, I'm going to knock him out.
The bond between Davis and Ford transcends the conventional fighter-trainer relationship. Davis himself has openly admitted that Ford possesses an almost supernatural ability to anticipate his movements inside the ring. Ford often knows exactly when Davis is preparing to unleash a decisive offensive move, or when he's about to gain the upper hand against an opponent. This intuitive connection is the product of years of intense collaboration, shared challenges, and mutual understanding. It has become a cornerstone of Davis's ongoing success and an example of the rare chemistry that can only come from a long-standing partnership built on trust and experience.
In my mind, this is why Gervonta Davis struggled that fight, so just roll with me for a second, you'll see where I'm going. I don't know if y'all noticed it right away, but I noticed it. Calvin Ford was not the head man in the corner, which I didn't really understand. And before the video continues, go ahead to the follow button because we're about to deep dive into this and we post every day. Calvin Ford was not the lead man who's been with Gervonta since he was a damn near child. Honestly, since he was a child. Why would you do that? I don't know if they were underestimating the fight. I don't know if they were just trying to change it up and try something new because this wasn't a huge opponent. I don't know if there's something wrong with Calvin or Calvin's not going to be there. I don't know. But that was damn stupid. Because you notice when shit started hitting the fan, guess what voice popped up on that screen? Put his head through ropes and Calvin started coaching. When Tank's eye messed up, guess where he looked? He didn't look at that other corner man. He looked for Calvin Ford. Also, Tank talked a lot during this fight. It was a little bit of a different Tank than we've seen. He was chirping with the fire, which isn't new. He was arguing with the ref. He seemed not composed. I feel like that would have been different with a Calvin Ford in his corner. Because I'm gonna be real, the advice that his corner was giving him was dog shit. Like, yeah, he won the fight, but let's be real, he shouldn't have won that fight. But y'all let me know what y'all think. I think that definitely played a role, and I feel like if Calvin was there, it would have been a little different. But yeah, not a good boxing night from Tank, and this is from a Tank fan.
Floyd Mayweather, having played a central role in shaping Gervonta Davis's career, expressed his disapproval regarding Davis's decision to part ways with Calvin Ford. Mayweather made it clear that Ford was an indispensable figure in Davis's camp, someone whose influence had been monumental in molding Davis's boxing style and professional path. Floyd's remarks highlighted his belief that Ford's presence had been critical to Davis's growth and success, and he viewed Davis's departure from Ford as a questionable and disappointing decision.
He hit me. One day I was in camp with Tank, and he had this little daughter, and he said, like a pop right there. You know what I'm saying? And it made me broke down inside. And I was like, damn. And when I look at him now, I still hear little Tank, but I know he's a grown man now. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it just shows you the work and the years that you put in, grooming an individual to become what he's going to become.
Yeah. And I'm sure you're proud of all of the fighters that you...
Man, you just don't know. And I can't wait to the next generation to come.
In an unexpected and shocking development, Gervonta Davis chose to part ways with Calvin Ford, the very person who had dedicated his life to developing Davis into the champion he is today. Ford's investment in Davis went far beyond standard training. It encompassed deep involvement in both his personal and professional life. Despite this, Davis has now expressed a clear desire to operate independently, stating that he no longer needs any group surrounding him. Davis believes that groups can soften fighters, while standing alone fosters mental clarity and self-growth. This shift in mindset signals a significant change in Davis's approach to his career, where self-reliance and individualism now take precedence over traditional support networks.
One thing I learned from my pops was you don't need no gang, you don't need a group of people. Now when I see a group, somebody in a group, I feel like they soft. Like my first instinct, I saw. If you look at a gang right now and you actually look, don't even be like that if they by themselves. They just need that click. And it's, when you by yourself, you can see more.
Fellow boxer Rolando "Rolly" Romero has not hesitated to publicly criticize Gervonta Davis, accusing him of projecting a tough image while allegedly backing down when real challenges present themselves, even within gym sparring sessions. Romero has consistently expressed a strong desire to face Davis in the ring, claiming that Davis has been avoiding their potential matchup. This very public challenge from Romero adds further complexity to Davis's career narrative, as he now faces mounting scrutiny from not only his former mentors and supporters but also from his peers within the fiercely competitive boxing community.
He just fucking acts tough, that's all it is. Yeah, he's a fucking phony. He acts tough, he always acts tough when he with group people, but when he by himself, he a bitch. He a coward. Every time he gets hit, even in the gym, he fucking jumps out the ring like a little bitch. And he does that shit all the time. He's a fucking bitch. He just acts like he's tough right now. Now he's trying to fucking say some fucking stupid ass gang shit and stuff, man.
Respected boxing analyst Showbiz the Adult has weighed in on Gervonta Davis's persona, suggesting that Davis may suffer from what he described as a bully complex. According to Showbiz, Davis's aggressive outward bravado might actually be concealing deeper internal insecurities, implying that Davis's public image of fearlessness could be, at least in part, a defensive facade.
Gervonta doing this shows that it wasn't an outside strange occurrence, that it may just be a part of his DNA. For him to get hit in amateurs and then take a step back and take a knee when he obviously wasn't hurt, it just shows to me that instead of gritting it out, all right, and possibly get knocked out or taking those chances, he'd rather take a knee to disrupt the momentum and then start over. That's how I'm taking it. It can be a great strategy, or it can be the bully complex. That when you meet somebody and they're not fearing you, or they're not retreating or backing away from you, and they're showing poise and the ability to withstand your output and give some back, like any bully, they kind of unravel.
Leonard Ellerbe, the CEO of Mayweather Promotions, has publicly thrown his full support behind Calvin Ford, advocating for him to be recognized as Trainer of the Year. Ellerbe's endorsement serves as a powerful acknowledgement of Ford's immense contributions to the sport of boxing, particularly highlighting his role in developing top-tier fighters like Gervonta Davis.
Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year.
Yeah.
His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, I've been openly expressing that, and I think it's time that Calvin gets his just due.
Critics have openly accused Gervonta Davis of strategically avoiding high-stakes bouts, with some going so far as to label him a coward afraid of risking a loss on his record. Among the most pointed accusations is the claim that Davis has been making excuses to sidestep a potential fight with Shakur Stevenson, a matchup widely regarded as a true test of Davis's abilities in championship caliber.
Shakur Stevenson. Shakur might have better defense, but at the end of the day, I still think we haven't seen the best Tank Davis. That's what people always power. We still haven't seen the best Tank Davis. And Shakur, for the most part, he comes forward. Tank Davis, all he takes is one shot. He's a very patient fighter. He doesn't throw a lot of shots, but every shot he throws, he makes them count.
One more question before I go. Why not fight Tank at 135?
Tank ain't gonna fight him, man. He not gonna fight him.
You gotta realize with Tank, he on that other side where he's going, act
Take
like
all the cupcakes. Now say it.
Man, I'm quite sure.
So you saying he don't want to put that record up?
Look,
Shady. Hey, Shady. I know Tank,
man.
I know Tank, Shady.
I know Tank too.
Let him talk. Go ahead.
Hey, I know Tank too, and I know for a fact at the end of the day, like, he is not jumping into no fight with me. Like, that's a whole different type of atmosphere. That's not like fighting. I'm saying.
So basically, you telling me Tank's scared?
I ain't gonna say the man scared. I'm just saying for a fact.
So what
I
you
know
saying?
He not jumping in the ring.
Ryan Garcia, another high-profile figure in the boxing world, has also publicly called out Gervonta Davis and his team, bluntly accusing them of being cowards. Garcia has suggested that Davis and his camp are hesitant to agree to a rematch, claiming they would require more than just financial incentives to accept the challenge, implying that courage, not money, is what's truly lacking on Davis's side.
Why do you think that they've been spying on your camp?
Scared, man.
But what have you seen that makes you think that?
Their actions. I don't need to see anything. Look what they're doing.
You've seen people that's just suspicious.
Look at all the
around.
claws. I don't care though. I allow them there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about it. It's not going to do anything. I will give him my whole playbook. He will not stop it. You know, there's sometimes as a fighter you just know how to fight. So when I'm in there, what he's seen may not what's going to be in front of him. It's just, this is fighting, this is boxing.
When Gervonta Davis made the significant decision to separate from Floyd Mayweather, Calvin Ford commented that the split was not permanent and should be viewed strictly as a business move. Ford emphasized that, despite professional changes, the personal bond between Davis and Mayweather remains strong, likening their relationship to that of brothers, indicating that while their working arrangement may have shifted, their personal connection persists.
Stop head-hunting. That's how you get the head.
I need this 10th, 11th, and 12th on the unofficial. He's down.
Okay. He said unofficial.
On the unofficial. I gotta be honest with you. That's what you want. You want from me. Hey, that's what you want from me. You don't want nobody lying to you. I'm 100 with you.
He said on the unofficial, not the real card here. Keep picking your shot. You took that round off here.
That's my job. I'm 100 with you.
Well, that was fair.
In a recent interview, Calvin Ford addressed his absence from Gervonta Tank Davis's training camp in preparation for the Lamont Roach Jr. fight. Ford expressed that his primary hope was to see Davis continue to push himself, evolve, and progress, regardless of who was in his corner. He emphasized the importance of Davis finding someone capable of truly challenging him and helping him reach new heights in his career.
We talk about Tank in the business now. There's talk that he could be leaving Mayweather promotions. He said he was to Brian Custer that, you know, this is his last fight.
Everybody missing, he's leaving. It's business.
Right, for sure.
If it's good business, we're going to do what? Business.
For sure.
We're not leaving each other. It's just not on contract.
Okay. So you're still going to do business with Mayweather?
Got you.
Right.
You have to do business. They brothers.
Right.
They brothers. And you got to remember, they the best in boxing. You got Al and Floyd. Come on.
But it's just good. How excited for you for him to have that flexibility?
It's good because Canelo do it. Garcia did it. It's been done.
Right.
It's been done. You know what I'm saying?
Gervonta Davis has recently signaled a strong desire to head in a completely new direction. He has suggested that reducing the number of people he surrounds himself with will lead to fewer distractions and fewer complications. This perspective reflects his growing focus on streamlining both his career and his personal life, reinforcing his belief in self-reliance and minimizing external influences that might otherwise hinder his path forward.
It's the best for him. I'm hoping that he do what I need him to do. You know what I'm saying? You see how I asked him, are you ready? You know what I'm saying? Because I need somebody that's going to really push things so I can see different levels of it. This time I had a chance to step back. And everybody keeps saying, they changing up stuff. No, we ain't changed up anything. It's the same thing we always do. You know?
Going into the training camp, how was it? Or you said you stepped back a little bit. Well, how was it? Splitting the time. How's it going to be splitting the time to come
this
Saturday night?
No, we do all the time. You know what I'm saying? Right now, y'all know all I gotta do is speak. Then take out history since I was a kid. When I stepped in the gym, B said, yo, I'm glad you here now. He watched him. He said, boom. And I see the light in Tank. I just can't wait to see all of that come together. Fight night.
How's going back to being in the corner? How do you see Gervonta right now? Just being in camp, because at first when we talked to him in the press conference, he was very open about retiring and he was done. And now he said that
y'all have to understand. He a young man. He have a family. He want to do something. Enjoy something. Don't take some time. I took a little bit of time out. You know what I'm saying? It refreshes. Get you back on that. So tonight. He had a chance for me not being around him a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I stepped in and I seen how he missed me and how I missed him. You know what I'm saying? I just can't wait to see.
Don't fuck with Coach Cal. When Tank was walking up, it looked like Coach Cal was about to give him that hug like you always do, and Tank just brushed him off like, fuck out of here, nigga. Whoop, excuse me. Fuck out of here, nigga. Now it seems like Coach Cal on point, so you're not paying Tank no mind. And Tank go over here, he go to this nigga, and watch this shit that he do. He gonna lift his jacket up, and like, our conversation is a secret, I don't want him to hear it, type shit. Like, yo, what's up with Coach Cal and Tank? They really don't fuck with each other? Like, what? And he brush him off again, like, don't touch me type shit. Like, you see?
That concludes today's video. Stay tuned for more updates and insights. Until next time.